What's going on? It's your boy Blackout Jones back again with a review of Tower of God. Really quickly, I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. Currently, I'm at 77, man. We are so close. The 70s have been real tough, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and it'll help grow the channel. Thank you. All right, you guys, so just to paint the picture for you a little bit, we left off at absolute pandemonium. The princesses were in peril, about to lose their lives to the royal enforcement officer. The ground spear fighters were getting their ass put by the bulls and the worms and the pigs or what have you, and Bam and Rachel were oblivious to the whole situation. So it was absolute pandemonium. Nothing was going as planned. Understand me? So it was a wild cliffhanger from last week. However, like I told you guys in the last review last week, I said, you know, the original Princess of Jihad has been attempting to find Bam for the whole season. Since the first episode, she's been looking for him, and she finally caught him. I'm like, yo, she has to show up by the end of the season. And I think from what I heard, it was only 13 episodes this season. So I'm like, she has to come up eventually. And I'm like, I predicted that she would come and save the day. And God damn it, she came and saved the day. I also want to say that even though the show had a lot of hype around it, it was, you know, unknown to me how much hype was around the show. You know, I was sleeping on it at first, but, you know, because the art style was a little weird. But now I'm in love with the art style, and the animation is crispy. The fight scene, you know, with the princesses and the royal enforcement officer was really clean. I'm like, man, this is a good show, man. They really put their foot in this one. And yeah, so there's a few things I want to get to today that I want to touch on, because, you know, besides the fact that everybody, including Rack and all the other fighters, decided to turn the tides of the fight above, the real action was going on underground. Understand me? So I'm gonna go ahead and start with when Yuri comes in. So when Yuri comes in, you know, I was like, okay, cool, she's finally here. Let's see what happens, because, you know, we know this royal enforcement officer is pretty strong. He has some, you know, hidden powers or whatever that's pretty ridiculous. And Yuri just comes down there, and she didn't break a sweat when she was fighting this guy. She was working him over, you know, blocking all of his attacks. She really, like, the flick of her finger, understand me, caused a huge gaping hole in the ground. Not a gaping hole, but like a huge hole in the ground. And so, you know, it leads you to think about this, right? When they showed her towards the end, she had about 5 swords. When she took the, you know, the Green April and the Black March, she had like 5 swords in there. And so here's my thinking, right? Because there's a reason they want these swords. So I'm pretty sure the more swords you acquire, the higher strength you are. Now, I don't know, since there are other princesses, or, you know, there are other princesses, right? There's like 13 of them. There's 13 swords. Why does she have 5 swords, but it's 13 princesses? Are they dead? Did she kill them? Were they killed? Were they assassinated? Because I feel as though the princesses have targets on their back, even though, I don't know, it's just really weird, but there's definitely something about acquiring swords and acquiring more strength as you gain the swords. So she's toying with them, and, you know, her crew members seem pretty competent. Well, the navigator, but Curdon, you know, we saw Curdon, and when he was talking to the test administrator, I'm like, man, that's a big ass hammer, man. Like, that hammer was like, it was ridiculous. It was like huge, like 50 times, like 50 feet wide, bro. But anyway, so we see Curdon come down, smash the royal enforcement officer. He's really an assassin, turns out. So obviously, I'm sure there's going to be consequences for his death or whatever, because he kept saying treason. Because, like, if you kill somebody in the royal, you know, it's going to be consequences. Somebody will pay for that shit, bro. But we'll see what happens with that. So yeah. All right, so another topic I want to touch on is seems as though a member of Coon's family, you know, initially I'm like, is that Coon's brother? Because he looks just like him. But, you know, I don't think it was his brother, but it was definitely a relative of him. And what an odd time for him to, like, yo, this show has a lot of layers to it, man. There's a lot of stuff that we gotta learn. But so his brother comes at a weird time during the middle of a test, and a very important test, to go see Princess Maria. Now, from what we've, you know, seen and what's been implied, Bam has some sort of romantic relationship with the princess. They might be related. I'm pretty sure that was implied also. But Bam decided against it, and he, for whatever reason, Coon decided against it, and he decided to, continue climbing the tower with Bam. And he says the reason he's climbing the tower is not even for her. So I'm confused. I'm still trying to figure out why he wants to climb the tower, man. So that's all I gotta say about that. But weird timing. It was there for a reason, and I'm sure it will come to light later. The next thing I want to talk about is Bam and Rachel's interaction inside the bubble. Not the main one, but the throughout the whole episode. Because Bam's, he's real friendly. He's talking, but Rachel is just giving like one word answers. Like she's just saying yeah, or she's like, oh Bam, like yeah, you're right. Just a lot of one word answers. She's not giving a lot of energy back. So I'm like.
So as I was making this video, doing the editing for it, as I was looking at Rachel's facial expressions, I was like, it seems as though she has something on her mind, more so than she was just acting coldly. Something was definitely weighing on her mind for the whole entire episode, because she was like, there's no way this can go as is. So there's definitely some deeper thing pulling her to act this way. It's not merely superficial, but it's sure it's something deeper. We don't know what it is yet. It hasn't even been implied what it could be, but yeah, those are my 2 cents on that.
And she's acting funny. I'm like, because I already didn't like Rachel because she was playing with my boy's heart and stuff like that, and really trying to ignore him and like swine him out or whatever. But in this episode, I'm like, yo, she's really a fucking dick. And it all made sense later on in the episode. Did it make sense? We're gonna get to that though. But before we get to the last part of the episode, I talk about the Bam's fight scene with the bull really quickly. So with the bull, right? The bull grew about 50 times larger than what he was. Before he was like 7 feet tall. He get in that water, he turns into like a goddamn giant killer octopus or something, man. I'm like, yo. That fight scene was a good fight scene. It was a little weird. The mechanics looked a little weird because he was inside the bubble, but he was still getting hit by the bull. Little odd, but Bam, pulls this one out of the ass again. And I don't know why the princess couldn't save Bam that time, even though she already interfered with the test. But that's besides the point. Bam held it down, man. He's obviously hella strong. He knows how to use his Shinsu. And he's a cheat code, so as long as he keeps progressing, he'll keep on being a reliable option for Rachel and his other cohort members. Now, for the real meat and potatoes of the episode, fucking Rachel, man, yo, she's a real sleazeball, man. I knew, she and like I keep using this analogy of the Sour Patch Kid, man. Like these characters start off sweet, end up very sour, man. I just don't understand it. She obviously has some sort of other motivation. Something's being held against her or something like that. There's no reason for her to act like this, bro. Either somebody has something on her, something's conditional, something. There's gotta be a reason why. Maybe Rachel's a princess. Nah. We would know that. But there's definitely something on Rachel that's making her act this way. It's just nothing, it's just not normal. Rachel stands up. I said, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, is she about to hug him? The test is over. Everything's going well. Everybody's alive. All is well and fine and dandy. She stands up. I'm like, bro, so your legs work? Not only did she stand up, she didn't give my man a hug. She pushed this man off the damn platform and sent him into a free fall. Yo, she is super crud ball. There's no way they can't just let this happen like that, because like he was about to pass the test and become a test administrator, and he was going to pull Rachel along with him. What does Rachel really want, bro? Does she want to climb the tower, or does she want this nigga to fail? My bad, I didn't mean to say that. But so I'm thinking maybe somebody will save him. You know, somebody will boost him back up. I don't know. Maybe Rachel was dreaming. I don't know. But the next episode, I need some damn answers, bro. Because Rachel was a sleazeball, dirtball, can't be trusted. Bam is wasting his good energy on her. For real. Understand me? He need to put his energy somewhere else, man. Because she is not worth it, bro. She hasn't been straightforward with you. Well, she's straightforward a little bit, but she ain't been straightforward with you this whole time, bro. I mean, so many betrayals, man. So many betrayals. Let me check my notes because they got me turned up. Rachel got me turned this episode, bro. That is all, man. But yeah, Bam has to cancel Rachel. Essentially, this was a solid episode. It was really good, actually, because like it was like a good team bonding segment for everybody, you know, for the princesses and even the spirit guys. Pericule still has to get, you know, he has to get out of here because he's a lemon. But overall, it was a good team bonding episode. Hopefully, Bam does not fail the test. Hopefully, he gets saved because he doesn't deserve that, man. He tried as hard as he did. He did what he needed to do. And now they're trying to cheat him out of this. And Rachel has to be, we got to get into her, bro. Hopefully, we get some more closure on that before the season ends. I think this is episode 11, so 2 more episodes. But yeah, this is your boy Blackout Jones signing off. Stay corona free, stay sucker free, and have a blessed day. Peace.